First, we go to Khaldeh, who's in Beirut. So, Zaina, an Israeli attack on the outskirts of Beirut, and I believe you're at the scene of that attack. Bring us up to speed with the situation on the ground.
Yes, we are at the scene of that attack. I'm sorry, it's very chaotic at the moment. It happened just a few minutes ago. We're not even allowed to show you the car. We are going to try to show you the car that was the apparent target, but it looks intact, which means we cannot confirm whether or not there were casualties or whether or not the occupants of that vehicle managed to escape. But where are we? We are along a main highway. This is a main highway that links Beirut, the Lebanese capital, to southern Lebanon. So an Israeli drone strike at a time when roads are busy, families, people passing by. So it's really causing a lot of concern. We've seen similar attacks in the past along this highway as well, whether it is here just a few kilometers south of Beirut or further south. But the growing concern here is that there is no front line in this ongoing conflict, and that even though you mentioned those political discussions that are taking place at the State Department between the Lebanese government and the Israeli government, they're going to hold further discussions in the next few hours. Lebanon has been insisting for Israel to abide by a full ceasefire, a comprehensive ceasefire, something that the Israeli government is refusing to accept. So another drone strike along a main highway, daytime, while cars are passing by, families are passing by. Really, they're in the south of the country, it is an active war zone and relentless airstrikes. But when strikes like this happen very close to the capital, it really raises a lot of concern.
Right, indeed, and we'll get an update on the situation in the south in a moment with Obaida, Zaina. But just coming back to this attack on the outskirts of Beirut, it's also significant because this comes after Benjamin Netanyahu had backed down from threats to hit the Lebanese capital after that phone conversation he had with the U.S. President Donald Trump.
Yes, he backed down because of U.S. pressure. Monday morning, the Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu said he ordered the army to target Beirut's southern suburbs. A few hours later, we heard from the U.S. President, who said that there's a deal between Hezbollah and Israel to stop fighting. Now, there is no comprehensive deal at the moment, but it appears that at least the Lebanese delegation in Washington is trying to get Israel to abide. But we have to also remember there's the role of Iran in this whole scenario. Iran also put pressure, saying that it would abandon talks altogether with the United States. It even threatened to open new fronts if Israel escalates the situation and targets Beirut's southern suburbs. So, you know, the trajectory of this conflict just keeps on escalating as Israel pushes into areas in southern Lebanon. But even that, the escalating attacks, the taking more territorial ground in the south of the country, Israel has still not achieved any of its strategic objectives to force Hezbollah to disarm. And even in the south of the country, it hasn't been able to set up permanent positions because of the threats coming from Hezbollah's drones. So as you can see, chaotic scenes. We're on a main highway, traffic, people making their way to Beirut or further south of the country.
Thank you, Zaina, for the update. Thank you so much for that. Zaina Khaldeh reporting there from the scene of a drone that hit a car on the highway there in Lebanon. And as Zaina was describing there, a chaotic scene, an attack that comes days after the Israeli Prime Minister backed down from threats to hit the Lebanese capital. But now this is happening just on the outskirts of Beirut.